Hey guys, welcome back. Thanks for joining me. As I mentioned in a previous video, I've been really inspired by lavenders, by lilacs, light pink. These shades are definitely on trend for the upcoming warmer seasons, and I wanted to do a tutorial that incorporated them. If you would like to see how I achieved this look, then let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do is prime my face using Professional primer made by Benefit. This is a great primer for oily skin. And I just love the texture. First of all, the smell is amazing. And for me to say this about that smells so good. For me to say this about a primer is pretty unusual, but it smells great. I love the finish. It's almost like a collagen-y, soft, silky feeling that it leaves on your skin. The texture of the Professional definitely blurs out your pores. It's pretty amazing. So I would definitely recommend this to you if you have oily skin or if you have lots of pores like me that you would like to cover up any blemishes really. It just gives your makeup a nice even canvas to adhere to. So I'm applying this to my T-zone, to any areas that I would typically have any problems with oiliness. And then I'm also applying it in areas that have pore issues. Like I have them right in my cheek area next to my nose. I feel like that is where my pores really stand out. So moving on, I'm going to be using the Huge. I have my Makeup Forever HD foundation. I'm going to be applying this using my Real Techniques blending brush. And I just like to put some right on the back of my hand and kind of stipple it on using this brush. I'm feeling a little bit congested today, and I think it's because of this changing weather. I do get seasonal allergies, so yay! Welcome back! My foundation is on. Next, I'm going to move on to my eyebrows. Today, I am going to use the Brow Wiz just to kind of fill in my eyebrows and give myself a nice shape. These bad boys are in definite dire need of threading. I just haven't had the time to go and have them threaded. So I'm going to improvise with my Brow Wiz. I'm going to start by kind of combing through them. I typically like to begin when I'm using a brow pencil by just kind of outlining the shape of my brows. So I start from the inner corner and kind of connect and line the brows. Make my way out towards the outer edges of my brows. I use the spoolie end just to kind of buff everything out, brush the hairs in place, get rid of any harsh lines. And then after that, I just kind of fill in any sparse areas. A little bit thicker and a little bit more full. Switch it up, I like to use a pomade. Sometimes I like to use powders. It just really depends. It depends on how much time I have mostly. And other variables include how the heck I'm feeling that day. Okay, before I begin with the eyes, I'm going to be applying this Lorac Behind the Scenes Eye Primer. Just to kind of give us a nice little base for our eyeshadows. I am going to be applying this light pink shade from my Lorac Pro palette, and I'm just going to be packing it right onto the center of my eyelid. Moving on to the crease, I'm going to be applying this soft brown shade made by MAC. This will give us a little bit of depth to the eye, and it creates a bit of a foundation for the other lavender shades that I'm going to be applying into the crease of the eye. Next, I'm going to be applying the shade made by MAC. It is called Vibrant Grape. So I'm just going to take just a little bit onto the brush here and slowly work this into the crease of the eye. And I'm going to really focus this on the outer V of the eye. I'm going to grab a little bit more onto my brush and just build onto what we've already set down. I'm going to pick up this beautiful violet shade made by MAC. It's called Beautiful Iris. Doesn't it match my shirt perfectly? Oh! Violet hues are perfect for girls with brown eyes. It really makes their brown eyes pop. I'm going to pick a little bit of this Beautiful Iris shade up and pat that right along the center there to give my eye a little bit of a purple pop. Going back with my blending brush, I'm going to just blend everything together so you can't see where any of the shadows begin or end. That's my mission whilst blending, just so I can look at my shadow and see that everything kind of marries really well together. You can't see where one begins or the other ends. That's when you know you blended really well. For the brow bone, I'm going to pick up a little bit of this cream shadow from the Lorac Pro palette, and I'm going to sweep some right onto the brow bone, right near the arch, and then sweeping it in towards the inner eyebrow. We have so many beautiful eyeshadow shades going on that there needs to be a soft transition up to the eyebrow bone. To balance out the top of the eye with the lower half, I'm going to go ahead and use this pencil brush, and I'm going to apply the Beautiful Iris shade onto the lower lash line. This is such a beautiful shade. I mean, it's just the perfect soft purple shade for the season. Next, I'm going to pick up a little bit of that vibrant grape shadow, and I'm going to focus this shade on the outer half of the lower lash line, making sure to blend very well. And this, again, is a shade that you can just build onto. Start with a little bit and then build your way towards the intensity that you like. Back to the face, I'm going to use this Anastasia contour kit, and I'm going to use this middle shade here, Fawn, to contour with. To give my cheekbones a really precise highlight, I like to use this tapered blending brush made by Sigma. You can use any brush that you'd like. Pack some onto my brush and then give myself a nice little contour. Using my Chanel bronzer, I'm going to sculpt out my face a little bit and then deepen the contour that I applied using the Anastasia contour kit. I'm applying this onto my temples. This is a perfect bronzer for the summertime. I mentioned it in a video recently. I love how natural it looks. Perfect for the summertime when you don't want to cake on the makeup, when you just want that beautiful sun-kissed glow. I'm going to intensify the contour that I have going on here, and then bring it towards my jawline, my chin. For the cheeks, I'm going to use a little bit of a combination. I'm going to use just the slightest amount of this Milani Baked Blush in Delicioso Pink. It's very highly pigmented, so I'm literally just going to use a tiny bit. Bring it back. So I'm just focusing that along my contour line, just slightly patting the pink shade on. This pink shade will just intensify the beautiful violet shade that I'm going to be applying on next. Because it's so intense and a little bit goes a long way, I'm also going to blend it out Using my MAC Dual Fiber blending brush. I just want this to just warm up my cheeks. I'm going to be applying another blush. I just don't want it to be too much. This is all that I'm putting on there. You can see that it's not much at all. Just focusing this blush right onto the contour line. Blending out any harshness. To highlight my face a little bit, I'm going to be using this Prep and Prime highlighter in Light Boost. This is a favorite of mine. The under eye area, along the sides of my nose, and onto the tip. Blending it out with a damp beauty blender. So I blended in my highlighter. As you can see, it really brightens up the face, which I love. I recently got this Lorac liquid liner as a gift for my birthday. Look at this precise tip. I mean, can you get any more precision than that? So using this liquid liner, I'm going to be applying a wing. So my eyeliner is on, moving on to mascara. My mascara is on. Next I'm going to be applying that beautiful lavender blush that I picked up from MAC, and I'm going to be applying this right onto the levels of my cheeks. And I love that I can tie everything in with my blush. How pretty is that color? I love it. And this also has a little bit of frost in it, so it gives you a really subtle highlight, as you can see right along there. So you can skip out on the highlights for this look because you've already kind of incorporated it into the frost finish blush that we just applied. So finishing off our look, we're going to focus on the lips. Here I have a beautiful lavender pinky shade of lipstick made by Dose of Color, and this is in Love Potion. I think it'll finish off our look beautifully. Like the perfect blend of purple and pink. My MAC liner in Hip and Happy. I'm going to set this with, I'm going to set my face with this Dewy Finish setting spray made by NYX. That completes our makeup look today. Give me a thumbs up by clicking the like button if you enjoyed this tutorial. If you're loving the lavenders and light pinks for this spring and summer season. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you'd like to keep up with my videos. Bye guys!